The NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. Strap in. This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Buzz, be ready. Gone. Gone. 56, flying 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Jabal Sheard in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. So a tough early challenge here, second and long after the sack.
Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Complete out right to Jake Butt. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now back to throw. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45.
Check. Gone.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. gun. They'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Jake Bunt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Joel Bitonio, one of the steals of the 14 draft, the culprit there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Hey. 4 down. 17, guys. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle. Gun! Detroit!
Back to throw again. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Detroit! Gun!
Looking to throw. There's a nice move. Quickly here, and that's complete. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves him with options here on 2nd and just a yard. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Gonzalez looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Back to throw. Gonzalez. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Steelers send out their punter now. Carlos Henderson is deep for Denver. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back to throw now on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
Watch him now, Barney! Over!
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Detroit! Over! Watch him now, Barney!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. They'll set up to throw. And he spots Henderson open left side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. To throw here. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. This quarterback now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now, Barney! You got motion there. You got motion there right there.
And they'll run it here. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And he'll go on the ground. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Got a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Now they try the right side here. Got some real estate inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Detroit! Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Escapes the sack. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And on the ground they go with a running back. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gonzalez got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now Gonzalez to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle. The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal. And we just saw him do it right there. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers. Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead. And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame. The adjustment to the adjustment. Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go play action here on 1st down. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. He's going to float this one deep. And got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
No. Check. Patriots.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now Gonzalez. From the gun, he'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Detroit! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Here's Gonzalez looking to throw on 2nd down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Gonzalez, operating from the gun. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. We've seen them do much better here after a struggling first half.
And what I like about what I've seen is that they're executing at a much higher rate now. And I don't know how much of that is changing plays or changing philosophies as much as, okay, guys, let's just get it together and tune things up to a really nice degree.
Yeah, sometimes it can just be a leader in the huddle saying, let's get this together, right?
And so many times you've worked all week on certain things that if you're just going to throw it all out and kind of start over, you're not going to execute as well. Sometimes it's just what you said. Okay, guys, let's get it together. Let's go right now. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Over!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. sack him back right around the 30. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. And they'll run it here. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Back to throw. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
He's going to get it running right. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Gonzalez. Throwing on 1st down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Gonzalez off the play fake. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. T.J. Green with a pick. At the Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. And they'll go on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Watch it now, Barney.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Gonzalez, off play action. Caught, left side, Bennett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw. Gonzalez. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Everyone's got four down. Like 50. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Like 50. Gone.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henderson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Detroit! Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Championship, baby.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Set, green.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Denver, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll